To the top story tonight, it is the dawn of a new era at India's largest conglomerate. N. Chandrasekaran has become the 7th chairman of Tata Sons, the first non-Tata family member to lead the $100 billion group. Chandra's day did not begin at Bombay House. Instead, it began at a municipal school in Mumbai's Worli Seaface, where he cast his vote in the civic body polls. He was among the early voters, and then he headed to the TCS headquarters, which has been his office for the last 3 decades. The next stop was Bombay House. Chandra delivered a clear message on his first day in office, and I quote, "The Tatas will lead and not follow in every industry," end of quote. He was also quick to spot that capital allocation will be his #1 priority as chairman. Outgoing Chairman Ratan Tata called it a great day for the Tata Group, and right after taking charge, Chandra chaired his first board meeting as the chairman of Tata Sons.
It's a great honor and privilege for me to assume this responsibility as the Tata Group reaches its 150th anniversary. I've been very proud of being part of the Tata family, and I look forward to working with all the group entities, bringing the group together to make an impact both in terms of business and also in terms of the society at large. We will work together to deliver business performance which are industry leading in all our businesses, and lead and not follow. The group is in the hearts and minds of people all over India and all over the globe. I will always keep that in mind and do everything we need to do to delight all the people who are proud of the group. And we'll work together with all the business leaders in the group to drive a lot of discipline on capital allocation and shareholder returns.
A very great day today.
Wish him all the best for leadership in the largest group in the country.
I am not going to give Chandra any advice. He knows what he has to do.
Chandra is extremely well prepared for what his agenda is. I just had a long meeting with him, and he is very well prepared for what his agenda is and has a clear roadmap for what he wants to achieve and by when he wants to achieve it. And I have no doubt that he's going to hit the road running. He has had an extraordinary track record in terms of value creation. If you just look at his standalone track record itself in taking TCS from where Ram left it to where it is today, even if he wasn't at the Tata Group, he would be an extremely strong candidate for anyone and would have popped up on our screen. But that apart, I think he's done all of that with extremely strong ethos and great values.
And we will only hope that his Midas touch, which we all saw in TCS, holds true for the group too, and we see more success, more stakeholders gains, and we will hope that the group will go from strength to strength. He's been a buddy for all of us. We know him for quite a long period. And so is the case for all other CEOs. And therefore, he will receive utmost cooperation, utmost alignment from all the CEOs and all the companies.
Well, Tata insiders, they're commenting on Chandra's elevation. Let's talk to a former competitor now. Vineet Nayar, the former CEO of HCL Tech, joins us on the phone line. Vineet, thanks very much for joining us. I've been speaking with a bunch of former competitors, and all of them point out that if Chandra actually spoke to a client, then effectively the deal was gone. Take us through your interaction with Chandra and what you make of this Midas touch that everyone's talking of.
I would rate Chandra amongst the top 5 business leaders in the world. The way he took TCS, which was not a very aggressive, energetic organization, to be a very aggressive, energetic, in-market, in-your-face organization is a phenomenal transformation which, under his leadership, TCS achieved, and at that size and scale. I'm not sure I would say Chandra's real strength was creating magic in front of customers. I think he's a very methodical, long-term, strategic, granular, detailed-oriented person who makes the entire symphony come together based on the fact that he defines big, audacious goals and gets the team to rally behind him. And therefore, I would say that the credit to him is to carry a very large organization together, to make investments ahead of time in businesses which are about to grow, and to deliver the kind of growth and margins he has. He needs to be an exceptional leader, and that's his strength. I think it's a phenomenal growth for him. I think it's great news for Tatas, and I think it's going to work.
That's a massive compliment, Vineet Nayar. You're saying that not just in India, you would rank him one of the top 5 business leaders in the world. What differentiates Chandra from his peers? You gave us some examples of what has worked in favor of TCS under Chandra, but what do you believe is this Chandra magic?
I think when so the word manager was born in the Industrial Revolution, and the manager was supposed to be the person who delivers higher output on limited input. So the ability of delivering 1,000 out of 100 is what the management of resources was all about. With Industrial Revolution gone and Digital Revolution coming in, the leader was born. And the leader was not just about managing resources and getting more out of few, but about leading, about inspiring, about making people run in a different direction compared to the direction they would want to go. So the ability of rallying a very large organization together in a unidirection, in a symphony, is a mark of a leader, which no manager can do. If you take global leaders, and you know that I study leadership quite a lot, there are 2 kinds of leaders. Number one, those kind of leaders who are very innovation-driven, Steve Jobs kind of people, who are phenomenal leaders predominantly because they can think ahead and create innovation on a completely new axis which the world has not thought about. And there is another kind of leaders who are able to rally a very large pool of people in a unidirection. And that leadership style, I would say, makes Chandra amongst the top 5 business leaders. What sets him apart is he does this with humility. He never wears the size and scale on his shoulder. So far, he has not. He takes his job as a job, and that's not him. He runs marathon, and I know him well, so he does a lot of other stuff outside that. You know, I think that's what leadership is all about, the ability to be able to rally people around and taking it easy, you know, not becoming the job, not getting emotionally attached to it. And you see a lot of that in the news these days. But that's the mark of the man.
Well, that is the mark of a man. And Vineet Nayar, thank you very much for so beautifully articulating what sets N. Chandrasekaran apart and why he is perhaps the best man for the job at this point in time. Appreciate you joining us here on CNBC TV 18.